Hey, what's up, CAUSENETIC family?
Welcome to the CAUSENETIC podcast.
Hey, powered by the YMCA of Metropolitan Dallas.
CAUSENETIC means being a person or thing that gives rise to a phenomenon that is dynamic or energizing.
Hey, we're tackling topics and telling the truth.
I'm Rodrigo Ross.
And I'm Keith Benson.
So today I'm excited. So like one of my most favoriteest things to do.
Okay.
When we get the opportunity to talk with the cover stories. First of all, because they're so famous, and I fangirl a little bit every time we talk to someone that's on the cover of a magazine. Today's no different. Don't look at me like that, Keith. It's happening. I'm fanning out.
Okay.
Because we have the cover story for Community Rec magazine. None other than Mr. Steve Rogers, CEO of the Kaplen JCC. Welcome to the CAUSENETIC podcast, Steve.
Thank you so much. Thrilled to be here.
Nice. I'm so excited. I do fan out because I'm like, ooh.
So do you look at your cover and fan out over yourself?
I do.
She only says it because she was on the cover. I haven't been up there.
The cover of Community Rec magazine. Go ahead and raise your hand.
Your time will come.
Brittany, if you're listening again, just want to say, I'm just saying, 2 of the 3 people up here have been on the cover.
And it's fine, Brittany. It's fine. Totally fine. Well, welcome to the CAUSENETIC podcast, Steve. We are so super excited to have you. And that article in the Community Rec magazine is outstanding. The stuff that you all are doing, absolutely, you should have been featured on the cover.
So you guys, since 1950?
They're as old as you, Keith.
I thought you were closer to it.
Don't start. Not today. Don't do it. Not today.
So 1950, man, that's a long time.
Yeah, we're in year 73. Already thinking about our 75th anniversary.
Yeah.
Yes, indeed. Sounds like a party to have that kind of staying power in the same community. Like, what's the secret?
The secret is that we try to do it all. It sounds like a daunting task, but when you look at the variety of things that we have here, no matter what you're looking for, whether it's intellectual stimulation, physical, spiritual, we try to have a little bit of something for everybody, whether you're 3 months old or 103 years old.
I love it.
You going up there to New Jersey and you're going to be all right.
I'm going to be all right. They got something for me. Speaking of 103 years old. So in the article, there is the cutest picture ever of a combined birthday party that you had for your member that's 103 years old and another member that was 3 years old, and they shared the same birthday.
Wow.
Who thought of that? Is genius. It's the cutest ever.
It was really, really fantastic. The thing that was most amazing, though, the 103-year-old, when he stands up, his name is Marty, he's completely hunched over. And you think, boy, 103, he can be as hunched over as he wants to be. But then he started crossing the room, and he was faster than me. I mean, he zipped across the room.
Wow.
So I was completely fooled. It's amazing. And it was really special to see them. We do a lot of things here. We call it intergenerational. We celebrate the intergenerations. Yeah. We have a garden outside that's specifically for the seniors and the early childhood kids to do things together. And it really, you really see, and anybody who has a baby knows, when you bring grandma or grandpa around, there's a serene calmness that parents just don't have until they have. They just don't have, and it works in reverse.
Yeah.
For our seniors, it keeps them cognitive, it keeps them active, and they light up when they see the little kids.
Yeah.
Great.
I love that. My parents are not my kids' grandparents. I don't know who those people are.
That's like they're not my parents. I'm like, what? I asked my nephew, I said, Mom, why they get to go in the living room and I could?
You better not go in that living room.
Now, Steve, I don't know about your family member. Like, we had a living room that won't nobody living in there, won't nobody going in there. Now the insurance man can go in there.
Okay.
The insurance man go in there, but don't you dare go in there. So parents, parents are different from the grandparents.
They are definitely.
Oh yeah, the way my mother told the story is when my oldest sister was born, on like day 3, my father was holding her and she peed on his arm.
Oh.
And that was the last baby he was ever going to go near until he had grandchildren. And then it all changed. He didn't talk to me until I was 7.5.
Dad, can I get some love?
Like, who? I hear voices. Who's talking right now? Who? I'm telling you, my father, like the kids just bounce around on stuff. They eat candy, like they just want random stuff. And he's like, sure, I'm gonna buy it for them. It's like, who are you, man? I don't get it. Oh,
I mean, but all the kids you guys got running around, you have a renowned a preschool program there with the babies that people are just jocking to. Now, the piece that I want to know about is like, I've never heard of I heard of musical programs in places, but you guys are renowned for your music school.
Music school.
Now I need to learn how to play a little sax. So would I be able to come and learn how to play the sax?
I'll take that for you, Steve. No, it's a complete sentence. Just tell them no.
We have a whole saxophone division where it's I don't know what it is about the saxophone. I think that in somewhere when Springsteen's saxophonist Clarence Clemens made playing the saxophone sexy, and well, first of all, we have a percentage of parents who they insist that their kids play either the violin or the piano.
Okay.
But every once in a while, we sneak in a group either on the drums and the saxophone, which are more rock and jazz oriented. But the school, Tenafly in New Jersey, where we are, if you're really, really in great shape and throw a rock really hard, you can hit Carnegie Hall in Manhattan. It's only about 8 or 9 miles away. So we're lucky enough to live in the beautiful suburbs, but have world-class talent in and around the region. And it's become the type of, certainly in community centers. I don't think there's a better music school in the country. I say that with pride, but I think it's true. And it's just a couple of the teachers and the director of the school are renowned musicians in their own right and fantastic teachers. And the school, they have so many lessons going on that sometimes I get up and go to the kitchen to grab a cup of coffee. I come back to my office and there's a kid with a violin teacher sitting in my room. Oh, we thought it was free space. They literally take over the building.
It's a good problem to have.
Well, Law's here in the upper level. Like, go and sit there and play. You could be my Pandora or my Spotify right now. I'll take that. Well, how did it get kicked off that you guys became, renowned for the program? I mean, because that's not the norm for, community center type of environments.
Yeah. Well, I think it was interesting that maybe 30 years ago, at the time, classical music was very, very popular in the area. There was a gentleman, a major donor, who believed very strongly in diversity, equity, and inclusion before it was a cool phrase like it is now.
Right.
And he wanted to make sure that even though this was a Jewish community center, that everybody had equal access to learning music, because he thought it was important. And he made a significant donation at the time, but he set certain parameters. Like, if you want to play basketball and you're not a member, you have to pay 20% more for that class than you would as a paying member who pays a membership fee annually. One, they cut that way down, and that they made sure that the school took on as its mission that it would teach anybody anybody who wanted to learn music. So while membership itself, lessons can be expensive, the school fights to make sure that no child misses out on music because of funds. And that has just made it incredibly popular. In addition to everyone coming to us, we send our teachers out into the community. The arts, as you probably know, have really suffered from tremendous cutbacks in recent years, and nobody wants to give up their football team. So it's a lot easier to first give up a music program and get rid of your music teachers, which is a shame to lose anything in the arts, because it really helps people grow so well. So we come in, we step in, and we go into the schools and we provide a music program there. Nice. It benefits us also, frankly, as the natural outcome is a kid sitting in one of the public schools enjoys their lessons. If music grabs you, music grabs you.
It does.
And then they're coming to us and participating in the program. And every year there's dozens and dozens of new kids in the area who want to join the music program.
Yeah, what an amazing way to kind of fill a gap, right? Like, even though the schools aren't doing it, we know that music and the arts, for lots of kids, that's their mental health respite.
Right.
That's the way they express themselves. That's the thing that connects them with the world. And for you guys to just kind of come on in and partner with the schools and say, don't worry, we got it, so that all kids can find their outlet, whether it's sports or music or whatever. That's good stuff.
I mean, it's the benefits of music just goes so
yes.
And the just game changers. I mean, a lot of parents, I just think about parents who can't afford it, right? And you're talking about, you saying they fight to make sure that parents who can't
leveling the playing field, right?
See?
Yep.
That'll work, Steve. That'll work, Steve.
Speaking of families,
we take the simple way I would put it is that we're not trying to be a great center.
Yeah.
We already are.
Well, all right.
We're trying to be an important part of an amazing community.
I love it. That's the perspective. Yeah.
And the community is big. It's different in a lot of ways in different areas, but nobody wins unless everybody wins.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So speaking of families, you all had a pretty fascinating and unique kind of thing happening. So apparently one of the gentlemen who started that JCC in the 40s, like, the whole family line is still involved to this day, board members and work. Like, how does that work for you, keeping generations of families involved? That's amazing.
You know, you don't really work to keep them involved. You work to have a great center and a great community, and it happens organically. The family, we were blessed to have 7 or 8 families that started this center in the 40s, and through the years became, major fundraisers, major donors to the center. Today, their children and grandchildren are here. It's as you were telling that story, I literally say, oh, she must be talking about that family. No, probably that family.
Yeah.
The one that first came to mind, one of the founders of this place is a guy named Lenny Rubin. And Mr. Rubin's name's on the building. His son Danny you can't call someone an elder statesman anymore. You get in trouble for that. He's one of our senior statespeople.
Yes.
Who's been on the board, past president who's been on the board forever. He's got a daughter and daughter-in-law on the board today with him. Our annual run this year on May 21st, we have a 5K, 10K, and a 1 mile fun run for the community, is called the Rubin Run. The grandfather, Lenny, started it as a way to build healthy bodies in the community. And today, in addition to his daughter and daughter-in-law on the board, his son is one of the co-chairs for the race. And the fun run is that's Lenny's grandson, right? And Lenny has a great grandson who is a teenager who's the chair of the fun run, which is run by teens in the community. So it's truly 4 generations that have been involved with all aspects of the Kaplen JCC and are still deeply involved here today.
And if I heard you correctly, you're saying more than just as one family. You're saying multiple families that runs 3 and 4 generations deep into the JCC.
Wow.
If you look at the folks who are founding members of this place, every one of them has a line that's still active and involved here. It's fantastic.
That is fantastic.
I mean, so what's the I do want to ask, like, what's the magic on your part and your team's part to just really help people go that deep? I know some of that is on the individual side to say that, hey, we were brought up in this community, so we want to, be able to give back. But as staff, we got to do something to keep them connected. I mean, and we have different, leaders
in a meaningful way, right?
In a meaningful way. We have different program leaders and up to CEOs that listen to the podcast that we always try to find like that connection. In our case, to keep them connected to the why. And you guys are doing a fabulous job with that. Can you give us some of the magic sauce that you use?
The first thing, I don't even call it magic sauce. It's business 101. Everyone who walks in here, everyone, whether it's a member, whether it's someone who's participating in a program or a visitor, however you get here, it has to be an outstanding experience.
Yeah.
The place needs to look nice. It needs to have everything you're looking for. You need to be greeted at the door with a smile, and you need to be greeted with a smile. And every step of the way, you have to feel like you're the most important person in the building. We strive for that, and it's not easy. I don't know how to shut my ringer off.
Oh, you're fine.
Sorry. Second, behind that, we work to celebrate the generations, like I mentioned earlier.
Yeah.
And if you do that and you put a premium, the interplay between generations sells itself, right? Going back to our early childhood, we talked about our early childhood runs from 3 months old to pre-kindergarten. And every class has what we call a grand friend, right? Where somebody from the senior program is their specifically assigned person. So every week that person is coming in 2 or 3 times and visiting with them. So everybody understands that the generations are important from wherever it is. If I walk in the hall, my kids are 23, 27, and 30, right? If I walk the hallways of my ECC, Early Childhood Center, I can find the tile with their handprints somewhere on the wall, right? Every child. So, and by the way, when I became CEO, the first thing I did was walk around and I took about 60 photos of these individual tiles on the wall where I knew their mom and dad, and in some cases, grandma and grandpa. And I said, hey, look what I found on my tour today. And, these are people who, they still come here. They go to the auditorium or they go to the gym, go for a swim, whatever it is. They're not walking through early childhood, maybe. So they don't see it. And when they do see it, it reminds them, and they know that they're always have a home here. And we try to constantly have activities that bring people back together, alumni and all of that. And it just, if the experience is good, people come. And like we always say, if you feed them, they'll come too. So
that part.
Yes,
it's true. Data proves it.
Good meal will do it.
Data proves it.
Good meal.
I love that intention. A grand friend.
I think you better copyright that one right there. That one. I like that.
You could be a grand friend. Not me, but you could.
You know what? We're not gonna do this.
We also celebrate the people that, one of the things that makes this happen is people who have extra.
Mm-hmm.
We work very hard to have them share with people who don't have enough.
Yes, sir.
And if you're one of those people with the blessings to have extra, we memorialize that on the walls and let everybody know about your generosity. And you see the history and you see the build, and there's various things which pay homage to the generations.
That's good stuff. That's good stuff. So I gotta ask it because I'm still baffled by this phenomenon, and because you guys are so intentional about intergenerational stuff and really doing things to elevate your seniors, pickleball, is it taking over where you are too?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh my good gracious.
Oh yeah. And the amazing thing is, I read recently that pickleball started in 1957.
Who knew?
It's been around for a long time.
In 2022.
Right.
We have, where the Kaplen JCC on the Palisades is our official name. And people hear Palisades, they think we're in California.
Right.
We're on the shores of the Hudson River, across from New York, and we have the Palisades Picklers. Okay, now these folks are intense. This is about 75 people who, they all say, just come down. You're a beginner. We'll teach you. You get out on the court with them, and they will kill you. They will kill you. They will hit the ball right at you. But it's a lovely community. They have rallied around it. It's interesting because if you're a great athlete and it's still a great sport, a little bit slower, a little bit older, you can still play it and play it well.
Yeah.
We have 3 basketball gymnasiums, and in the morning during the period where they're less active, we put up pickleball. We have 3 indoor courts, and then outdoors, what used to be 4 active tennis courts, which get very little tennis now in comparison, are 8 pickleball courts. And every day they're out there. I think if I quadrupled the number of courts that I had, I could keep them busy.
I think so. I mean, and that just kind of goes to what you talked about earlier, just having something for everyone and being able to pivot and understanding in order to stay relevant. We got to give those Palisades Picklers a place to be.
That's right.
Right?
That's right.
Not the concrete. The pickleball.
They have a text group and they get together for pizza after matches. It's like a family at this point.
It's a whole thing.
That's amazing. Well, Steve, you just seem like you just turn it out there, man, and making it just happening. That strong connection to the community. What are other ways that you guys partner with the local community there?
Well, we are a believer in community collaboration. Going back to what I said before, it wouldn't matter if we were the greatest place in the world if we weren't part of a great community. So, for example, I said earlier, we have a 5K run on Sunday. All of Tenafly will come out for it. And then in June, it's either the first or second Sunday in June is the Tenafly 5K. And our athletic team will be at the start to do the warm-ups with everyone. We try to collaborate with the towns. We are in the process. Everyone today talks about social justice and that sort of thing.
Yeah.
We are building a center called Community Calls, which is a multi-faith, multi-everything come together for education and advocacy. We last week when we celebrated Jewish Heritage Month, it was a joint celebration because May is not only Jewish Heritage Month, it happens to be Asian American Pacific Islander Heritage Month. So we had a joint celebration and discussion of those activities we did with the Korean Community Center and the Jewish Community Center banded together to do a concert for Turkish earthquake relief. And members from the local Turkish community and consulate came together and were honored that we put in this effort to help. When somebody's in need, no matter where they are, no matter who they are, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what your religion is. It doesn't matter what your skin color is. It doesn't matter how you identify. At the core, we're all people. Yep. And this community center tries to focus on people.
I love it. I love it.
Nice.
All right. So 75 years, you're knocking on the door. What's the future of the JCC?
What's the future? I think the future is exactly what I was just talking about, which is collaborating more with our community.
Yeah.
Every week, one or two other organizations from the community are here. We have a tremendous facility, right? I mean, it's 200,000 square feet. We have 5 swimming pools all together. We're set on 29 acres. The Korean Community Center is wonderful, but they don't have a facility where they can do a concert.
Right.
When they want to do something, when we have the space available, we make it available to them. The future to me is more and more and more collaboration.
Yeah,
Period.
I love that.
Period.
I love that. Steve, you are the blueprint. As the CEO of the Kaplen JCC, you are absolutely the blueprint. We are so excited. We got a chance to talk to you today. See, I told you there was a reason why he was on the cover of Creative.
I know. I guess I thank you for setting the model and the template. Now I know what I need to do to try to get up there.
There you go.
A long ways to go, though.
Clearly.
There you go.
You want me to ask the question again, Kenny?
I'll need to ask questions. Hey, but look, before we sign off, we must give props to our producer, Miss Lachey Leonard. Thank you, Lachey, for all you do to make us look good.
And thank you, Steve Rogers, CEO of the Kaplen JCC, for being here with us. And thank you all for listening to the CAUSENETIC podcast.
And look, and while y'all out there, subscribe and listen to us weekly.
And don't be shy. Give us a 5-star review.
And as always,
be dynamic,
be phenomenal,
be
CAUSENETIC.